Have you ever wondered why you pour out your heart to share your greatest dreams with people who only know how to smile, while secretly calculating how to steal them? You may have spent your entire youth building a future on misplaced trust with people like that. Then when everything collapses, you turn inward and blame yourself, thinking you were not good enough, not patient enough, or did not love deeply enough. But the truth is, the problem does not lie in your effort. The problem lies in the wrong choice from the very beginning. We often waste a great deal of time because society has programmed us to believe that human connection is a lottery, that love or soulmate-level friendship is merely accidental, or just short-term dopamine-driven excitement. And so we give our loyalty to people who see us only as a resource, a temporary stepping stone, or a convenience at the right moment. Carl Jung, the great analytical psychologist of the 20th century, believed that true connection does not lie in the social masks we wear every day. It lies much deeper, what he called the shadow. The people who are truly meant for you are not kindred spirits in a sentimental sense, or those who are always gentle and sympathetic. They are the ones whose psychological structure is compatible enough with your ambition and your true nature. This is where both of you can see each other's dark sides, accept them, without turning the relationship into a power struggle or a form of control. To recognize them, today we will completely discard the illusions of hollow romance. We will not talk about intense but short-lived emotions. Instead, come with me into 6 of the coldest and most realistic signs to identify someone who is truly strong enough to walk beside you. And pay special attention to sign number 6, because it is the clearest boundary between someone who truly wants you and someone who only wants what you can provide for them. Sign 1. You meet them exactly when you need a change. Each person's life is not a flat, straight line, but a chain of turbulent events. There are times when you must face the chaos of fate. These are the moments when all the old structures in your life begin to collapse, to make room for new values to form. It is in the most unsteady moments of this journey, up the ladder of value, that you meet the most important person. They appear neither early nor late, but precisely when you need the most powerful transformation in awareness. When you are stepping into a difficult journey, such as starting a business or rebuilding yourself, you cannot bond with weak people. The energy of weakness or discouragement becomes a burden that pulls you off your path and away from your goal. You need a true companion who operates on the same wavelength of thought and energy as you. This person does not come to stroke your ego or comfort you with empty words. Their presence is like the necessary push that drives you out of a comfort zone that has gradually become cramped and suffocating. Carl Jung once left a thought-provoking observation. There is no coming to consciousness without pain. The people who truly belong in your life do not appear at luxurious parties or when you are asleep in victory. They often step in right in the pain of transition. This pain is the catalyst that helps you shed your old shell and open yourself to new guidance. The person meant for you appears exactly in this pain of transformation to help awaken your hidden strength. They act as a catalyst that makes your process of shedding and rebirth stronger and more thorough. Imagine the moment when you have just started a high-risk startup project or are facing a major crisis threatening your career. While casual friends may offer safe advice like, just take a break, or even avoid you out of fear of being involved, this person shows up differently. They do not bring fake comfort. They offer you a sharp strategy, a realistic perspective, or simply a concrete tool to solve the problem. They act because they deeply understand your pain without you having to ask for help. The person you meet is the one your inner world has been yearning to call forth to realize your growth. Their energy does not make you softer. On the contrary, it activates your fighting instinct and sharp thinking that anxiety had buried. This is the mark of a relationship shaped to promote growth, where two individuals move through chaos together to create order. This type of relationship is completely different from love based on neediness or emotional dependency that we often see. They do not come to act as a painkiller for emotional wounds or to help you escape harsh reality. They come to stand beside you in the eye of the storm and show you how to steer the ship of fate yourself. Their presence reminds you that you are strong enough to overcome every challenge without having to lean on anyone. Only when you truly crave change and dare to face challenges will you recognize this companion. You realize that their presence can calm confusion, while at the same time urging decisive action. That blunt realism may sometimes make you feel provoked. Yet it is the bitter medicine needed to save a soul on the verge of collapse. Meeting the right person at the moment you need change also shows that you are ready to discard old patterns and step into a new chapter. If you are still in a weak and dependent state, you will only attract fake saviors, but when you dare to climb the ladder of value through effort, the universe sends you a companion with the same determination and strength. You recognize them by the sense of peace and clarity they bring, even in the most chaotic times. They are not swept away by your panic, but maintain the calm needed to illuminate the problem. The way they view your difficulties is the way they view life itself, with strength and wisdom. The result of this process is not only a problem solved, but a new person, stronger and more clear-minded, rising from the ashes. Most of us miss such people because we are too attached to the feeling of being comforted. We prefer those who soothe our weakness over those who urge us to stand up and take up the sword. You must understand that in the world of power and survival, comfort can sometimes be a poison that paralyzes the will to fight. The person truly meant for you will never let you lie in the mud of self-pity. They will splash reality in your face until you wake up. Have you ever gone through a period where you met someone like that? Pause for a moment and review your entire contact list and closest relationships. Who is the first person you would call when your life begins to fall apart and you need an escape plan rather than a shoulder to cry on? If no specific name comes to mind, or the people you think of only tell you to endure, then your relationship circle is truly empty and dangerous. Your current relationships may be lively and crowded, but they lack the depth and strength required. This is a warning sign that you need to change how you build connections. You must seek true companions instead of spectators who only clap when you succeed. Recognizing this lack is the first step in beginning your journey to attract higher quality relationships. Do not be afraid to cleanse old relationships that no longer bring positive value to your growth. Temporary loneliness is far better than being surrounded by people who hold you back. Be brave enough to create space for your destined companion to enter. The person you have truly needed all along is not the one who knows how to soothe pain, but the one who knows how to turn that pain into a weapon for you to conquer your life again. Appreciate their presence and use it as motivation to refine yourself every day. You deserve a companion of equal caliber to build extraordinary things together. Sign 2. They are the only ones who dare to tell you uncomfortable truths. In a world filled with social masks, flattery is often mistaken for kindness. You need to understand that an exploiter will always agree with all your opinions, no matter how terrible they are. Because agreement is the tax they pay to keep being allowed to mine you for benefits. To these people, maintaining your ego's satisfaction is far more important than your real safety or success. They need you to remain an illusion so they can continue profiting from the convenience you provide. A person truly meant for you refuses to worship you. This sounds paradoxical and goes against human instinct. Your ego always craves admiration and sweet praise. You want to find someone who says you are right and perfect. That feeling is pleasant and safe. You often mistake that stroking for love or deep understanding. But the harsh reality is that it is not love, it is manipulation. The person truly meant for you holds a completely different stance. They respect your potential. Their bluntness is not a personal attack, but an effort to protect you from the falls they already see coming. They would rather endure your temporary anger than watch you be destroyed by your own ignorance. They will say that you are wrong and that you are acting emotionally. They will point out that you are wasting your great potential on meaningless things. These words will certainly hurt like a cut to your self-esteem. You will feel as if you are being attacked by someone closest to you. However, you must clearly distinguish this subtle yet vital difference. An enemy attacks you to lower your position before the crowd. A true ally challenges you to force you to raise your own standards. Carl Jung observed, "One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious." This true friend plays the role of helping you become aware of your own shadow. They do not let you live in the illusion of artificial perfection. They force you to confront your flaws so that you can correct them and become stronger. They help you identify mistakes, blind spots, and even the bad traits you always try to hide. When they point out your shadow, they are actually helping you refine yourself to become stronger and clearer-minded in the harsh reality. They protect your reputation by correcting and adjusting your behavior in private. They would rather make you uncomfortable now than let you lose face in public. In life, there are moments when you excitedly talk about a risky new business idea that you believe will change your life overnight. The flatterers around you will immediately clap and praise your creativity to secure their place in your circle. They add fuel to the fire of your illusion, making you feel like a genius until you truly stumble. These people are the most dangerous because they watch you fall off a cliff just to avoid an uncomfortable conversation. In contrast, the person truly meant for you will look you straight in the eye with responsible seriousness. They will not hesitate to say your plan is very loose and that you are letting impulsive emotions influence your decisions too much. They force you to stop, ask you to start over, and demand more thorough preparation. Their words are like a bucket of cold water thrown directly on your excitement, yet that is the antidote to the blindness threatening your career. People often say, bitter medicine cures illness. The person meant for you plays the role of that bitter medicine. So you can evolve and see clearly, shifting from a fragile ego that craves stroking to an inner core of steel. You must learn to distinguish between constructive criticism based on logic and malicious attacks meant to lower your status. The person meant for you points out mistakes with reasoning. They argue to find truth, not to win against your ego. They value shared goals and your long-term growth more than temporary approval or fake comfort. If you find someone who is not afraid of your anger when they tell the truth, understand that you hold an invaluable asset. The truth hurts. When someone is willing to risk peace in the relationship to point out your faults, they are betting their feelings on your growth. This is the highest expression of strategic loyalty. They do not want a weak, easily manipulated friend. They want to stand beside a strong ally who can bear the weight of reality and the challenges of fate. They accept the risk of being disliked by you to save you from your own ignorance. A king blinded by flattery will soon lose his kingdom. Their presence is a constant reminder that you still have blind spots to fix. They do not let you sleep on your victories or become complacent with small achievements. They keep pushing you forward with heavy, honest words. Never mistake this roughness for disrespect. On the contrary, it is absolute respect for your potential. Only those who believe you can do better dare to demand more from you. Those who look down on you will simply smile and leave you in the mud of mediocrity. Therefore, do not seek people who only stroke your emotions. Seek the one who dares to hold the surgical knife to cut away the tumors of complacency. Pain is unavoidable, but it is the pain of healing. When you have someone who dares to tell the truth beside you, you will never have to walk alone in the darkness of ignorance and mistakes. Think about the people surrounding you right now. Who always nods at everything you say? Who dares to say what you do not want to hear, even knowing it may strain the relationship? In a world full of pretense, only two types of people exist around you. Those who dare to tell the truth to keep you standing firm, or those who stay silent and let you slide. A person who dares to tell the truth is the only lighthouse in the storm of the ego. Sweet flattery, at times, is a death sentence wrapped in velvet. The choice is yours. Sign 3. You understand each other without words. A deep spiritual connection. Language is a communication tool that can easily be faked with basic verbal manipulation techniques. Anyone can memorize sweet lines or charming scripts to deceive your mind. We are often obsessed with filling silence with words. You talk about the weather, the news, or meaningless small talk. The driving force behind this behavior is the fear of silence. Silence with a stranger feels anxious and suffocating. It exposes the lack of connection between two souls trying to socialize. But with the person truly meant for you, silence carries a completely different quality. Imagine you are at a boring party or a tense meeting. The atmosphere around you is thick with pretense, making you want to escape immediately. You do not need to text or whisper to your companion. You just glance at them from across the crowded room, A brief look lasting less than a second. A small expression on their face transmits an entire paragraph of information to your brain. Both of you immediately understand the unspoken message. This situation is terrible, and in 5 minutes, we are leaving. No debate or long explanation follows. The two of you automatically organize yourselves and move toward the exit, as if it had been planned. This is not merely chemistry or ordinary rapport that people praise. It is a form of telepathy born from a survival instinct. It shows that you share the same perceptual frequency about the world around you. If you constantly have to explain your jokes, motives, and emotions to the other person, they are not the one meant for you. It is like trying to run modern software on an outdated operating system. The person meant for you understands your state of mind immediately, without making you waste energy on explanations. This quiet understanding is a strategic weapon that helps you maintain clarity and reaction speed in a world full of sudden changes. Carl Jung once compared the meeting of two personalities to the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed deeply. In moments of crisis, you will not have enough time to sit down and explain each step of your actions. You need someone who acts in alignment with you. Someone who hands you the necessary tool before you even reach out to ask. You can sit working in the same room with them for 2 hours without saying a word. Outsiders may see coldness, but inside, there is a continuous current of connection. The silence is not empty. It is heavy with data and emotional information. You feel their focus, and they feel your calm. That is the peak of nonverbal communication. A highly trained army does not need a commander to shout every order during battle, because each member already knows the rhythm and mission of the whole unit. Likewise, if you find someone who understands your silence better than most people understand your words, never let go. This is a rare biological phenomenon called biological resonance. This synchronization cannot be learned from books. It only appears when two souls of equal caliber and harmony meet. On the other hand, if you are beside someone who constantly misunderstands every word you say or requires excessive explanations, you need to reconsider this compatibility. Trying to force someone on a different frequency to understand you will only exhaust you and leave you vulnerable to external threats. Do not confuse this with mind reading or submission. Guessing often comes with anxiety and fear of upsetting the other person. True synchronization operates from a core understanding and mutual respect. In a noisy and hurried world, the ability to sit quietly together is a rare treat. Most modern relationships are built on noise to cover inner emptiness. They need loud music, constant trips, and endless chatter to feel connected. When the music stops and the stories end, the strangeness appears. But with a destined ally, silence is the glue. It is the space where both of you recharge energy and reorganize your inner order. In that stillness, you find the strength of unity. Try a small test by sitting in silence beside that person for 30 minutes continuously. If during that time you feel a deep peace and notice your mind recharging and connecting more deeply without speaking, that is the universe's confirmation. After the test, return to this writing by commenting below to share the awareness that just arose within you. That is the person you can walk through storms with without any hollow promises. Sign 4. When you are with them, you feel at ease, not drained. Within the complex web of social relationships, most of the people you meet are energy drainers, also known as energy vampires. These are individuals who constantly demand attention, validation, or emotional support but never bring equivalent value in return. When you are around them, you have to brace yourself to perform, to filter every word, and to manage your emotions in an exhausting way. As a result, after each interaction, your internal energy source is depleted, leaving you sluggish and stripped of the sharpness needed to pursue your greater personal goals. Niccolò Machiavelli once advised rulers to be extremely frugal with a nation's resources. In your life, the most limited and precious resource is not gold or money in a bank account. It is your mental energy. Look at the people surrounding you. Most people out there play the role of energy drainers, also known as energy vampires. They are often the ones who constantly demand advice, validation, and attention from you. They come to you with endless problems and tearful stories about how they are victims of life. But they never truly want to solve their problems. They only want you to sacrifice your time and strength to soothe their wounded ego. After each encounter with them, how do you feel? Do you feel strangely lighter, but in the worst possible way? That is the feeling of being hollowed out and completely emptied. In complete contrast to that crowd is the person truly destined for you. They are not a battery that consumes your energy. They are a high-capacity power generator. When you are with the wrong person, your brain has to work constantly to maintain a social performance. You have to act the role of a good friend or a patient listener. You have to tread lightly as if walking on eggshells for fear of offending them. You must filter your thoughts through dozens of layers of censorship before speaking. This psychological friction burns your energy at a terrifying speed. But with your destined ally, interaction flows smoothly, like a perfectly lubricated machine. You do not need to perform or strain yourself to impress. The energy normally used for social maneuvering is completely released. Carl Jung emphasized that your vision only becomes clear when you can look into your own heart. Because those who look outward dream, but those who look inward awaken. The person meant for you is the one who helps you carry out that inward-looking process in the calmest way. Instead of distracting you with unnecessary drama or complications, they bring the stillness required for you to hear your inner voice. Their presence is like a catalyst that awakens dormant potentials within you, clarifying intentions that once felt vague. I have a friend. Every time I sit and have coffee with her for about 2 hours, I never feel the need to strain to maintain the conversation. We do not talk much, but every sentence goes straight to the point. Strangely, when the meeting ends and I return home, I am not tired at all. On the contrary, my mind becomes clearer. I open my computer and start working immediately, and problems that were stuck suddenly find direction from just a few very short exchanges. Before that, I also had other fun coffee meetings. There was no shortage of laughter and endless conversation, but every time like that, as soon as I got home, I was exhausted and just wanted to lie still to recover. Looking back, I realized I had spent too much energy adapting, maintaining an image, and making sure the other person did not feel uncomfortable. That was not a connection. That was depletion. This difference made me understand one very simple thing. The right person does not take your energy, they activate it. Being around them, you do not need to rest after the meeting, because the meeting itself has already been a quiet recharging for your mind and inner strength. From a strategist's perspective, you cannot conquer the world if you are fighting battles inside your own home. Your base must be truly quiet and safe. Life outside is already chaotic and tragic enough. If the person beside you brings drama and chaos, cut it off immediately. If there is a new crisis every week, they are using you as their emotional narcotic supply. The ideal companion turns the inner circle into a place of rest and regeneration. Thanks to the peace they bring, you can devote your full strength to building your empire out there. Your success depends on how well you preserve your energy. This is the best kind of harmony. Two people accept each other's rough edges as something natural, making every interaction authentic and efficient. You feel recharged because the other person has seen and accepted your true self, lifting the burden of always having to appear perfect. This acceptance forms the foundation of a durable strength, allowing both of you to go farther together on the path of realizing the great self. It is time for you to learn to listen to your body's voice, instead of relying only on reason to evaluate relationships. Observe your reaction when that person appears or when their name shows up on your phone screen. If you feel your body tighten, your shoulders tense, or your breath becomes short and shallow, those are warning signals that energy depletion is taking place. But if you feel your shoulders relax, your breath becomes deeper and more even, and your mind feels clear as soon as they are near, that is the person meant for you. This relaxation is not laziness. It is the state of high readiness of a warrior who has found a safe harbor to recover. Cherish the people who give you this feeling of lightness, because they are precious power generators in a world full of those waiting to drain your life force. Before moving on to sign 5, we want to thank you for reaching halfway through this journey. In every moment, Your choice to stay with us has been a conscious one, a choice to spend time reflecting on your inner life. We truly appreciate that quiet yet steady presence. If you see yourself somewhere in the signs above, do not scroll past too quickly. Share with us whether you are in a relationship that energizes you or one that is slowly draining you without you ever naming it. Only when you recognize the state you are in can you make clearer choices for the road ahead. Once again, thank you for being brave enough to look directly at this truth. Sign 5. You go through hardship. Together, a fated bond. Loyalty is often a word used too easily when life is in a smooth and favorable phase. But in reality, loyalty is not blind obedience or flowery promises. Its core nature is shared risk. The person truly meant for you is the one who accepts placing their fate on the same gamble as you, even when the prospect of failure is clearly visible ahead. This is the real test that filters out who is an ally and who is merely a passerby in your life. When you face your most difficult periods, a bond of destiny reveals itself through concrete action. The one who goes through adversity with you is the one who has chosen you and has been chosen by you through a trust forged in red fire. On the contrary, if someone gives up halfway or looks for a way to escape when the ship hits a storm, that is a personal risk you must face and eliminate immediately. In the world of power, the one who stays when everyone else has left is the one qualified to share glory with you. Everyone beats their chest, claiming to be loyal, but very few understand its true cost. Everyone is loyal when the sun is shining brightly and the sky is cloudless. Everyone is a good brother when you are the one paying for the drinking rounds. Everyone surrounds you with praise when you stand on the peak of victory. But human nature is ungrateful and erratic. Cowardice and greed hide behind social smiles, and most people will betray you the moment the offered price is high enough. Or worse, they will run away as soon as life's pressure weighs heavily on your shoulders. So how do you distinguish between opportunists and a true strategic ally? The answer does not lie in blind compliance or empty promises. Carl Jung once said that I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become. This statement carries extremely strategic meaning in lasting relationships. A true ally will choose to stand beside you to become a powerful force together, regardless of the worst upheavals that may occur. In private, they may be the strictest person, ready to correct you and argue fiercely to help you refine gaps in your thinking. But once stepping into public, they immediately become the strongest shield, protecting you from every spear of public opinion. This clear distinction between internal feedback and external defense is the mark of an ally you cannot afford to lose. Observe a real example when someone deliberately slanders you or spreads malicious rumors to destroy your reputation. An ordinary person, even if seemingly close, will often choose silence or even side with the crowd to ensure their own safety and belonging. But the person meant for you will act in a completely different way. They will coldly cut off that gossip and affirm that I know this person well, and what you are saying is completely untrue. This action is not merely taking your side. They are willing to leave that crowd, accept isolation with you, rather than stand by while you are attacked alone. This is strategic loyalty, where the other person's interests are placed on par with their own honor. This is the most important nuance that distinguishes a flatterer from a loyal person. To recognize this rare kind of loyalty, you need sharp observation of how they treat others in their relationship circle. You do not need to wait for tragedy to test loyalty. Subtler signs are happening every day that you often overlook. Observe how they talk about people who are absent. This is a cruel but extremely accurate psychological test. Do they gossip and speak ill of their closest friends with you? If they are willing to betray others' secrets to entertain a conversation with you, then be sure they are also betraying your secrets to others the moment you turn your back. Even if someone always agrees with your enemies in public just to keep the peace, that is a coward playing a double-faced game. They are betting on both sides so that if you collapse, they still survive. The person meant for you will stand back to back with you in the encirclement. They understand that any attack aimed at you is also aimed at both of you. This is a primitive tribal mindset that helped humanity survive for tens of thousands of years. It is the spirit of us against the world. If you do not feel that life and death connection, You have not yet found your person. You may only have a fun roommate or a temporary business partner. Even more dangerously, you may be nurturing a snake in your sleeve without knowing it. A sleeper agent is often more dangerous than 1,000 enemies outside the city gates. When the whole world turns its back on you and throws stones at you, that person will not step aside to avoid trouble. They will step forward to take those stones with you. They understand that your collapse is also their own failure. Therefore, they will fight for your honor as fiercely as for themselves. Do not look for people who only enjoy life when you are wealthy. Look for the one capable of seeing your potential to recover, even when you are penniless. That is the one who sees through the ashes to the phoenix about to be reborn. This loyalty is not a sentimental romantic emotion. It is a cold and precise calculation of value. They know who you are, and they know how far you and they can go. When you face hardship and find yourself alone, it is not necessarily a bad thing. These difficult periods automatically eliminate those who stay only while they benefit, leaving only those who truly care. Those who abandon you in hard times have actually given you a great gift: the truth about their weak nature. Use that solitude to sharpen yourself, to become strong enough that you no longer depend on superficial support. When you are solid enough, true allies will appear as an inevitable result of the law of resonance and struggle. The person meant for you is not the one who buys you drinks when you win, but the one who hands you a sword when you are under siege. If you are fortunate enough to find someone who dares to say, "If we fall together. If we win together," hold on to them tightly and never let go. Out there is a wilderness full of those waiting to tear you apart. Has anyone ever been willing to reach out when you were at your weakest moment? If so, leave a line about that moment so you can look back and see how you were once chosen. And if not, at least you will know what you need to seek and who you need to become to be worthy of such companionship. We truly look forward to hearing your story. Sign 6. They help you become the best version of yourself. There is a harsh truth about social relationships that few dare to admit. Most people around you are actually comfortable with your mediocrity. They even prefer your failed version over your successful version. The reason for this twisted psychology comes from the protection of their own fragile ego. If you remain poor, you do not have to feel bad about your finances. If you remain lazy and out of shape, you do not have to feel guilty about not going to the gym. These people will quietly sabotage your growth with advice that sounds caring. They will say things like, "Why do you have to work so hard?" Or, "Relax, you have changed too much already." This is the typical crabs in a bucket mindset. When one crab tries to climb out, the others pull it back down. They want to keep you inside their safe box because your rise reflects their stagnation. Opposite to that, the restraining crowd is the person truly sent to you by the universe. The sign that identifies them is that they feel alarmed by the waste of your potential. They see the great person you could become, and they grow impatient to see you reach that. They play a powerful role in your life. They do not provoke you out of cruelty or a desire to belittle you. They provoke you because they hold a vision that sometimes even you do not yet dare to believe. When you share a small idea, they will ask, "Why not make it 10 times bigger?" When you want to quit because you are tired, they will remind you of your identity and mission. They do not allow you to compromise with low standards. Even when you win and are intoxicated with praise, they will clap in congratulations, but immediately follow with a cold question. What is next? For a weak mind, this can feel exhausting and pressuring. But if you are someone who can endure and recognize that this pressure is the oxygen you need to survive, they are not merely spectators watching the play of your life. They are active participants in your evolution. Do not expect this person to appear while you are immersed in shallow pleasures or useless social relationships. They only arrive when you begin seriously facing yourself and asking big questions about your life. When you start removing what no longer fits, that space creates a pull that draws the right person toward you. Change from within is the green light signaling destiny to come, because high-value people always possess extremely strict filters. The person meant for you is not present to comfort your failures or stroke your laziness, but to push sustainable growth. If their presence does not make your ambition burn, they are certainly not the one carrying a destined mission in your life. Do not expect this person to appear while you are immersed in shallow pleasures or useless social relationships. They only come when you begin seriously facing yourself and asking big questions about your life. When you start removing what is no longer suitable, that space will create a pull to draw the right person toward you. Inner change is the green signal for destiny to arrive. The person meant for you is not there to comfort you, but to push you to build and grow. If they do not make your ambition burn, they are not your destined person. Think about when you intend to quit training, studying, or a difficult project because you feel tired. An ordinary friend will pat your shoulder and tell you to rest for your health because they are afraid to see you under pressure. But the person meant for you will act oppositely. They do not allow you to easily compromise with your own weakness. They might send you a specialized book, a new opportunity, or coldly challenge you. Is this really your limit? This action may seem harsh, but it contains deep respect for your potential. They would rather let you feel uncomfortable for a moment than let you live a life of regret over what you could have achieved. Their presence forces you to remove fake masks, to face your deepest, hidden desires for power and success. They are not afraid of your ambition. On the contrary, they use it as inspiration to cultivate their own ambition. When two individuals who both crave conquest stand side by side, they create a tremendous source of energy capable of changing the course of life. You no longer seek weak sympathy. You seek a partner capable of building with you. Carl Jung believed that a person is only truly happy when they are in the process of realizing the self. The true companion is the one holding the torch to light the path, and sometimes holding the whip to urge you forward on that journey. They love your true self, but refuse to accept your laziness. They are willing to play the villain to awaken the hero sleeping inside you. This is the noblest and rarest form of love in this world. If you look at your partner or closest friends and feel no pressure at all to strive harder, then you are choosing comfort over conquest. That comfort is the poison slowly and gently killing your future. A circle without challenge is a circle pulling you down into the mud of average. You need to seek people who make you feel you must level up every day. People who make you ashamed to let time pass uselessly. Life is too short to waste on relationships that bring no evolution. Be brave enough to cut the ties, binding you to mediocrity, to create space for ambitious catalysts to enter. When you begin demanding excellence from yourself, destiny will send you worthy companions. That is not merely a lover or a friend, but a strategic partner on the journey of realizing the greatest self Jung once mentioned. Therefore, seek the one who makes your heart beat faster from aspiration, not only from romance. Hold on to the one who dares to ask uncomfortable questions that keep you awake at night, because those sleepless nights will build the life you dream of later. The person meant for you does not come to make you comfortable. They come to make you unable to return to your old self. And once you have become a stronger version, you will never again accept relationships that once kept you behind. We often spend too much time complaining about why we cannot find someone truly worthy to stand beside us. However, from a strategic perspective, high-value individuals always possess extremely strict filters. They will immediately ignore those who only complain, play the victim, or display emotional weakness. You need to ask yourself whether, if the ideal companion stepped into your life right now, they would recognize you as an equal ally, or would they only see a wounded child craving comfort? The cold truth is that you must become the person you are looking for before hoping destiny sends them to you. You must personally kill your weakness, master your emotions, and establish a distinct mission for your life. When you stop chasing superficial connections and begin cultivating your inner fortress, the law of resonance will automatically pull people of the same level toward you. Do not expect to find a high-level companion to build an empire if you have not elevated your own value to the point of being irreplaceable. Carl Jung once warned that until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Do not blame destiny or bad luck in love, because in reality, that is the result of you not yet mastering the psychological maze within yourself. Build sharp awareness and an inner world as solid as a fortress to take control of this power game. Only when you are truly awakened and in control of the self do you have the standing to invite real alliances into your life. You also need to discard the illusion that this world is full of soulmates or ideal allies. True force multipliers are extremely rare individuals, and in an entire lifetime, you may only be lucky enough to meet 2 to 3 such people. Because of this rarity, if you are fortunate enough to find them, do not let petty ego, selfishness, or laziness destroy that bond. Keep them by your side with a wise strategy, with concrete, useful value, and with absolute respect for each other's capabilities. Because once you step outside the walls of this strategic relationship, you will see only a wilderness filled with actors and ghosts. Out there is cold loneliness and artificial interactions that bring no evolutionary value. Never waste the rare flame you possess, because in the wilderness of human nature, a true alliance is the ultimate weapon that keeps you from being swallowed by the mediocrity of the crowd. Finding someone truly meant for you is not a sentimental movie-style happy ending. From a practical perspective, this is only the beginning of a long war to conquer reality. Life is inherently full of tragedies and injustices, but going through it with someone operating on the same frequency is the greatest strategic advantage you can possess. This is when 2 people stop looking at each other and start looking in the same direction, turning mere survival into a prosperous empire. What I have just shared with you today is only the surface of a massive iceberg about behavioral psychology and power strategy. Most people will still choose to live in sweet lies and unrealistic romantic dreams to avoid reality. But if you are someone who wants to touch the naked mechanisms of human nature and is ready to train yourself to become irreplaceable, then this journey is for you. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications immediately so you do not miss the next steps on this path. The upcoming content will go deep into the dark side of psychology, where we dissect influence techniques and power dynamics reserved for those who dare to look directly at the unfiltered truth. Do not miss the opportunity to equip yourself with the sharpest intellectual weapons, because our journey to build an empire has only just begun.